Hi, it's Rob Bryanton here, and welcome to the Imagining the 10th Dimension chat room. It's November 2nd, 2007, and I'd like to just continue some of the conversations that have been happening here. Haven't had too many people contributing new ideas in the last 24 hours to the Meebo room, but would like you all to continue to feel free to participate in those discussions. And that's one of the reasons why we're trying to do this, is to give people a platform where they can communicate with each other and also where they can share ideas back and forth with me. The book Imagining the 10th Dimension, I've tried to make it clear to everyone that what we're talking about here is a new way of thinking about reality. And one of the things that is key to that way of imagining reality is the acceptance that time is just another direction that we can travel. And people have always, traditionally in science, talked about three dimensions of space, and then time being another quality that gets overlaid on top of those three dimensions of space. But there's been a lot of developments happening, particularly in the last year again, where it looks like this idea of time being a direction that we can travel is starting to gain new acceptance again. I'm looking at New Scientist magazine here, which this is this week's edition of the magazine. It has an article called "Time Travel and How to Achieve It," and a nice little picture of a hero from the TV series Heroes, of course. It was too simple. So this article talks about some of the research that's been done indicating that the new Large Hadron Collider that is going to be launched soon might be able to serve as a mini time machine factory. I'm just going to read a little bit. This is a quote from Igor Volovich of the Steklov Mathematical Institute. And he says, if so, we might be able to detect time travel in the lab. The article goes on, particle physicists already predict that mini black holes could be produced at the Large Hadron Collider, the particle accelerator being built at CERN near Geneva in Switzerland, if our universe contains extra dimensions. Now Volovich and Irina Arafeva, also at SMI, have calculated that the LHC is just as likely to create mini wormholes as it smashes particles together, and these wormholes connect different regions of space-time and so can, in theory, act as portals into the past or future. There's a link which I'm going to post into the Meebo chat room that is here at 10thdimension.com/chat, and it will give you further information for that article. But also one of the things that it's talked about in the article is the idea that time travel is not impossible. It's just the large amount of energy that would be required to make time travel happen seems to be one of the big stumbling blocks. And this article talks about naked singularities as being one of the proposed ways that time travel may be able to be used for connecting different parts of the space-time continuum together to each other. And that idea of being able to fold space-time is one of the central ideas of imagining the 10th dimension. So it's been fun talking to people about some of the different ideas that are part of this way of imagining. But one of the things we haven't talked about as much is how art and music relate to this. And so what I've posted today in my blog is a discussion of that, but it starts out asking that question and then moves through other ways of trying to get to the answer for that. So right now I'd like to read from my blog for you this today's entry, which is called Information versus Reality. Or no, Information equals Reality, it's called. And the blog entry goes like this. How does music or any other art form communicate universal ideas? Here are quotes from two quantum physics experts who would probably be surprised to hear me insist that they are providing the answer to that question. First, I'm going to quote Anton Zeilinger, professor of physics at the University of Vienna, from the book What We Believe But Cannot Prove. He says, quantum physics requires us to abandon the distinction between information and reality. And then I'd like to quote from Seth Lloyd, who is a quantum computing expert, and this is from his book, Programming the Universe. He says, the conventional history of the universe pays great attention to energy. How much is there? Where is it? What is it doing? By contrast, in the story of the universe told in this book, the primary actor in the physical history of the universe is information. Ultimately, information and energy play complementary roles in the universe. Energy makes physical systems do things. Information tells them what to do. And Seth is a professor at the MIT. I'm going to deal with my question about art forms and how this all ties into my way of imagining the dimensions. But first, I'd like to work through some steps, so please bear with me here. One of the commonly leveled objections against any theories requiring there to be additional dimensions past spacetime is that those dimensions are not observable, and so there is no way to verify any predictions made by such theories. This is one of the central themes of Lee Smolin's book, The Trouble with Physics. Quantum mechanics, then, is the golden child of science from the past 100 years because it makes predictions and paints a picture of reality which, although often portrayed as unimaginably strange, has stood the test of time. Quantum effects are observable and verifiable, and all without the need to theorize the existence of additional dimensions. But this is where it starts for me, because I've been proposing that quantum mechanics shows us that we are not actually on a limited one-dimensional line of time. Instead, observable phenomena, such as quantum interference patterns and demonstrations of entanglement of widely separated particles, shows us that we are actually in a fifth-dimensional probability space, where our fourth-dimensional reality twists, turns, and folds without us being aware of it, just as the two-dimensional flatlander on the Mobius strip we saw in the 11-minute animation is unaware of his motions in the higher dimensions.